Oh. Oh, that was quick. Holy shit. My phone must have just been on the ready.
Ouch.
Oh, bandito. You just love the love too much. Oh my god, look at him. Oh my god. Goodness gracious.
Gratitude helps memory.
This is a spoiled little guy. Spoiled. You're just spoiled.
You couldn't go.
What? I don't know. Well, I guess now he's trying to find a way to relax.
But you can't remember, something that everybody thinks is normal.
Yep, he plopped. He has plopped. He has found sufficient comfort on your leg.
Her answer immediately was absolutely not.
He's like, I wait for more attention.
Just like I always have, as far back as I can remember, I wake up every day with the perception of
also have some salsa, some chips that are hot as fuck.
somewhere. I guarantee it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is just getting too much. Aww. Aww.
Ouch.
We're grateful to experience your story.
Aw, you big boy.
I'm glad they were able to save you. I'm glad that you're able to still learn and you're willing to learn. And my God,
This is such. This is.
Jump down.
You're just like, you need to just like hold your horses. I can take him. Come here. Damn. Man, you're a heavy boy. But, I'll give you this love and comfort. Yeah, that's right, boy. Alright. I'm gonna have to now put this down. Goodness gracious, bandito. Ah, man. Maybe I should have cleaned the space up first a little bit before I did this. There we go. Oh my god, Bandit. Hi. Hey, boy. You just want love and attention right now. Oh my goodness. But I will give you the love, boy. Because you're so sweet. So, I guess YouTube did some updates, and I realized you can put your location here now. Like, I could unintentionally dox myself. Sweet. Wait, what the hell? Okay, so I was listening to DP, and they're still playing on my stop live stream within my live stream. Shit. Let's see what type of since there was an update, do they have any like new effects? Oh, they do. Noir. Nice. Oh, they have a lot more. Dude, I actually like this. Nice. I've been waiting for Noir, dude. I've been wanting this. Hell yeah, dude. Can't even see me though, but fuck it. Yeah, hold on. Slate. It's just basically a more bright version of Noir. Dawn. What the fuck? Dude, what the hell? What? What does that say? Live YouTube Fan Fest? Wait, what's that say? Hashtag wait, what's that say? Hashtag GIF? Oh, YTFF. Okay. What? Dude. Hands and glamour. What are you doing, Bandit? Okay then. Well, I'm just seeing some new things, and I am unaware of what's going on. I think YouTube is condoned to YIF now.
And I wake up feeling terrific. I need a good night's sleep to do everything I packed into one day.
So, I was hoping some people would join in. You little shit turd! What are you doing? You goofball! Go! Be gone, fuck! You goofball! What did you do? Look what he did! Look what this little bitch did! Look at him, and look what he did. He just topples this garbage can over. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of overflowing, but little bastard. You bastard. Do you like... Hey. Yeah. Go that way. Now I have to deal with this crap. Nice.
Make sure to use promo code Lars to get this great deal.
Oh, what the hell is in here? That's like some voodoo magic going on in that thing. Ugh, gross, dude. It's like some grossness. Oh my god. Well, we're gonna have to sleep. Well, we'll need to sleep eventually. Thanks, Bandit, you little turd. You accomplished your mission and annoyed us. I guess I have a smoke tip. I'll actually definitely change this filter. Let's try a different one.
Is the topic of my new book. Took 3 years to write it.
Too blue. Glow. It's like nothing with that. Pop. Pop doesn't do anything besides like enhance. I don't know. Makes my shirt green. Maybe I can like mess with people when they come in. Be like, pop, 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 pop.
Also, we'll have a number of those books available when we go to the Bookstore Lounge.
Books. You need all the books. What if I was like not live this entire time? That would suck. Oh shit. Wow, even YouTube changed the way the comments make their things going. What to do, Joe? What to do? I'm like, what if I wasn't actually live? And then you pop up, so what to do? Wow, so 6 minutes. That's a new record, YouTube. Thank you. Well, actually, it's not a new record, but it was a record for the stream to actually go live. Like, I pressed to go live, and normally it will take like 5 seconds before I go live. But then I just straight up went live. It was like, press button, go live. You're live. It's like, oh, okay. But, yes. Oh, I hate it too, dude. What do you think is the new YouTube update? Have you noticed it? Because I'm on mobile, and there's a major difference. Even with streams, dude, like, I said, dude, what? Locations? Is because I can put my locations on my live streams, dude. Like, I can put, like, if I'm, like, in a public space or whatever, in Milwaukee, like in my town, Milwaukee or some shit, like, I can plug a business and say, I was here, live streaming. Not that I'm going to do that, because I'm not going to go out about. I'm usually just going to stay in own private seclusions in my own home. But, I mean, I'll do streams out in public, but it'll be for, like, certain occasions and stuff. One night I was half asleep and tried to chat before I realized it was a video. Really? You know, I've kind of done that. It wasn't like... I thought I was watching a video. Well, no, I was watching a live stream, but I thought it was, like, an actual live stream, but it was one of those looped, like, pre-recorded things that someone live streams for, like, before, like, after a show or before a show or just intermission or something like that. And then I thought it was like the show's about to happen or whatever. I'm like, when's this happening? For, like, a whole hour, I'm sitting here waiting for what I assume is going to be a show starting with, like, intermission prelude bullshit. Nah, it was just a loop of just vids repeating themselves, and it was just like, why did I do that? Why did I just, what was going on in this scenario? So, oh well.
Can I afford a bigger home? What's the
But it happens.
next big vacation or
I'm gonna bring these chips back over. I got some helps. I got some sour stuff.
thanks? And whether you have questions about saving, spending, or anything in between.
I'm in big smartphone trouble today. My phone mic don't work, so people call me and I talk. They hang up because they don't hear me. So I called the company. 2 hours of testing. Jeez, dude. I've had like a similar issue with my mic on my on the iPod back in like freshman year. I just dropped it, I guess, one too many times, and the mic just broke. It just wouldn't work anymore. And this is Apple, by the way, so you know how their phones and their iPods, how they are. There's no way to like get into them internally and fix shit. So you're just basically screwed. So I had to deal with that when I had an iPod for once upon a time. What fun.
And see for yourself why more people bought a new D.R. Horton home than
Yeah.
from any other builder since 2002. Discover the D.R. Horton difference at drhorton.com. That's drhorton.com. D.R. Horton American
Sauce is good as hell.
Opportunity Builder, Oregon CC
Mm.
130859.
Ah, hell, food. Woo.
Stay connected with FM News 101.
Mm.
It's 11 o'clock.
CBS News on the hour.
Dude.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Low-key, I apologize for this moment of silence, but this is just so fucking good. Mm. Damn.
Now, two accusations of sexual misbehavior decades ago.
You good right now? You don't want the spice? You don't want to embrace the spice?
Spicy, a little spicy.
Ooh, I love spicy food, though, man. Woo! It's good. Chips and dips. Yep. I was just kind of in a chips and salsa mood tonight. I bought some salsa the other night, and I was like, because we've had these chips for a while, and I'm like, you know, I just want to take that bag and murk the shit out of it with some salsa. So that was kind of my incentive, and now I'm doing it. But, it's good though. I love like spicy and like very flavorful salsa. It's so good. I'm not a big fan of super chunky salsa, and I did misread the label and it is chunky, but it's still good. I kind of like the sauciness of the salsa. You know what I mean? I had chicken Alfredo tonight with hot pepper. Nice. Oh shit. Look, dude, like, man, my face is like kind of red. You can't really tell, but my face is red. I can definitely just tell my face is more red. Like, I can see. We need a light. Like, we need like a light more angled at here or something, or like a lamp. Dude, a lamp. That little mini lamp. Hey, you know that little mini lamp that's stored around? What if we had it out here? I don't know where it is. That just dawned on me. We had that mini lamp, and we can easily put it, you know, somewhere kind of off but above that isn't like overbearing. Like that will be help. It'll make more light around here. It'll make it more lightful, more more lively and stuff. Because to be fair, it is pretty dim in here. It is very dim in Sleepy Garage. Oh my, you eating all that? Burn a candle tonight, lol. Nah. Oh, dude, I used to go on. Bandit, you little bitch! What are you doing? He nearly crushed himself. All right, hold up. This what the fuck are you doing, cat?
What was that this time?
It was just the chair. It was the stool, but he was trying to climb on it. Now I'm dropping shit. Oh my god. Well, this derailed very quickly. Oh my. He dropped the nails. You like dropped what? Bandit, you little bandit. Really live up to your name, don't you, boy? Oh my god. Good lord. Little goof. Oh my goodness.
Maybe I had to sweep that up when they like to play.
Oh wow. All I wanted was to do a stream tonight, but this is shit happening everywhere. There's no one showing up. There's just shit derailing everything, and I can't even smoke my weed. I'm just kidding. Cat won't be the only one making gaseous fumes. Poor baby. He's fine. Like it just fell, and it just like here. I'll just show you. Like that, like this chair part like fell. He was like right here, and the chair part fell behind him, nearly crushed his tail, and he just like kind of was in the middle of like everything. So he was fine, but it's just like you little turd muffin. Like you're derailing everything. You spilled garbage. Now we have to sweep it. Whoa. Ooh, that burnt. But now we have to see. Oh shit. I didn't even. You're dressed different tonight? Not really. Hey, hi, Carl. Greetings, good sir. My chat did not want to go down. I like was scroll. I don't know why. Hold on. Top chat. That is why. Top chat. Go away. I want live chat. Oh, I have read you. Carl delayed YouTube notification. Yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, my chat. Oh my god, I'm just.
What are you doing?
I don't know what's going on. Everything's telling me I shouldn't do this right now. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be streaming. When are we going down to Mexico, getting drunk and high? When I meet with the cartel. When we get to hook up. Don't jinx it, man. I don't like just. Dude, I like the mere fact that I'm saying this information. You know, it's just gonna jinx me, bro. What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Everything around me is like derailing shit. But honestly, when are we going down to Mexico? I don't know. But apparently you can put your location publicly on your live streams now. Like when I was prepping my live stream and stuff, like YouTube did an update. I don't know if anyone's doing, or if anyone's noticed it. You can walk into a Mexican dollar for $3 and get fucking plastered. Well, their dollar's pretty deflated compared to ours. The camera's fogged. Is it? No, it is a little bit. Hold on. Okay. I thought I did it once, and I guess it made it worse, but now it made it better. I don't know. Wow. 16 minutes, and I think my stream is finally actually wanting to be fine. Took all this time. Mexican beer is nice. I've updated it, but it's been shit for a while. Yeah, but at first I thought the updates were okay because they did some things that I thought were improvements. They've kind of made it so you can look at live chats on mobile now, and you can also what was another thing? I don't know. There's a few things I noticed that were alright, or just like whatever. But there's a few things I'm just like, I'm sure it's just because it's some bullshit. And this whole location thing on live streams, like, what if I accidentally dox myself and not even realizing it? It's like, your location is this address. It's like, what? I didn't mean for that to go out.
And then they'll come and find you.
Yeah, then I'll get swatted. Then I'll get doxed. Totally.
I know they update us after you.
I mean, they have Gov already has your info. It's just it's just about if they want to do anything with you. Smoking marijuana. I will. I need to chill after Bandit, causing a ruckus. You've been found. We've all been found. That has been especially true since 2003. Fun fact: if you can understand why I said that, say down below. Dude, like when I light this bowl up, I just noticed, I looked up, and my whole face was had this glow. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Every time I take a hit, does it do that? Like, do I have this glow on my face? Because that's kind of badass. I looked up, and I'm like, damn, I look kind of badass with this red glow, like I'm a fucking warrior or some shit, dude. And Carl, it's not me. I am not a narc before you say it. My parents took me to a brewery this weekend, went to a restaurant. Nice, dude, nice. Eventually, we definitely need, my folks all definitely need to take some road trips to, some breweries here. The Northwest is fond and very known for the breweries, especially microbreweries, dude. It's definitely something I need to do and check out and experience. So that's right on there. You gotta experience that, dude. Why does my chat just not want to update? Fuck, I have to scroll down every time you guys say something. Thanks, YouTube. You did 2 things right and 20 things wrong yet again. Yes, and sometimes a halo. Joel, did your family drink limoncello? Yes, but I love the cake. Oh, is it good? Need to grind something. Grind something because I had a little kabuki. The very top layer was very manipulative in that sense. I like took a hit before I went back to work on lunch, and there's still a little fresh on the corner, but that was just it, a corner. Like I guess most of it lit up at the bottom and like curled around it. Left this green blotch on the top. That's like, ooh, freshness. Patted it down. Ooh, feels like there's still something down there below too. Nothing. It's just like below it was burnt crisp. Putting that right there because considering what happened like 5 minutes ago, I don't want shit toppling around again. So over there. In fact, the salsa's going over there too. So I actually have some safe space. Frosted shit, it's good. That lemon cake soaked in limoncello frosted shit is good. Ooh, that sounds good, dude. Alright. You know when there's like shit that gets skunked in here. Like there's one thing I definitely hate about grinders, they have to maintain a lot. So I mean you can kinda tell. At the very edge, like literally these edges, sometimes there'll be shit kicked at the bottom of it, and it makes it really hard to keep it closed and like grind it. I mean, the teeth is obviously one thing, but that's not hard. I use this and I just pick it like that, like I'm a dental worker. I just like will do this and like, and then just like tap tap. But I just say, dude, okay, now that I'm just reminded of that, I hate that shit. If you ever get your teeth cleaned out of dental work, it's like, I don't know what, I think if you want to like torture me, to literally break me down mentally into a shell of a man and make me mentally and clinically insane, just grind my teeth with one of those teeth pickers for like hours on end. You can do it. You will do it. They only take about 30 minutes for me, but if they go any farther, I probably will legit go insane. I hate it. Oh my god. It's not even that I have bad hygiene or anything. It's not even that at all. It's just that, you like once a year or some shit, you just want someone to, I gotta, do deep, there's like parts where doing your basic shit you're not gonna be able to get, So, and also I have this little minimal permanent, bar that keeps my ball and teeth straight here. So, there's actually some legit spots I can't reach, or well at all. So, but it is so annoying. Oh my god. The feeling of like a little tool just, and feels like they're like scraping like the layers of like my straight up tooth, like they're grinding the teeth down a little bit at the same time. It's just like, I don't like it, dude. It feels irritating. It's like how can I, it feels like sandpaper, but it's like confined into a point, but it feels like it's like all over your face. I hate that, bro. Scraping your teeth, scratching it. Like, I could do it myself. Like, I don't mind like scraping my own teeth and shit. I don't mind that. But when someone who's working on it, they don't know their own strength sometimes, so they just, and it's like you feel like they're like, chunking some of your, or ripping bits of your teeth out. It's like, granted, there might be, that calcium buildup. It happens sometimes, but like, it's like, it feels like, if they went any harder, they would just start, jabbing at your teeth and start breaking chunks of that off too. It's just like, damn, pump your brakes, bro. I feel like I could do a way better job at deep teeth cleaning than some of these dental workers. Not that not that that's a challenge, but I mean, it's just like, pump your brakes a little bit. You do your job good, because at the end of the day, they look alright, and they look great. But the whole process is just torture, basically, dude. It's like, pump the brakes. It's like, damn. Like, if there's one thing I definitely hate about going to a dentist, is the teeth cleaning, because I know of that scraping and scratching at it. Like, I can do it, like I said, I can do it like myself, like really hard, and not give a shit. But if it's like I said, it's just like not knowing your strength about it, I guess. Actually, I think this is all my CBD stuff, so I'm actually gonna go be right back and grab a different strain here and put this all back. Oh, that pick going in. Oh. Oh, God. My grandma wants to teach me, but I wasn't asking to do it. I had a filling picked out, and they told me a cavity was around it. Oh shit, dude. I used to have a cavity right here, and like at 6 years old, dude. And it took around until, like, we got it filled in when it happened, but it took about maybe 5 years until it broke down itself. Then the tooth just died, so it didn't matter. I didn't feel the cavity anymore or anything. So, like, over the course of 10 years, just like right here, I don't even know where the tooth is anymore. Like, I don't even know which one it was anymore. But, like, over the course of 10 years, dude, I'm not even lying. Like, it was like, before that tooth even came in, like, chunks of a tooth had to come out at a time. It was like, it wasn't even like, you had to just rip that tooth out. It was just practically shattered and dead. So it was like, it wasn't even that dentist did anything about it or anything. It was just that over time that happened, and then there's like even I think there's like 2 like little chips that were stuck in my gum too from the root, but it didn't cause any pain or nothing.
Oh man.
Yeah, Bandit did that.
Somebody found the catnip. And that's evil leaving the cookies out.
How's it evil? That's offering.
As long as it's an offering.
What the evil? If it said don't touch, then it's evil. I had a feeling picked out. They told me again. Oh, I already just read that. Oh, that's why. There's more chat. Thank you.
Looks like somebody got in the catnip.
That was on the ground before I popped Bandit in here. My grandma taught me how to cook Italian real like nice. I had a 3 wisdom teeth removed from one visit. Oh. What are your thoughts on Mussolini? Mussolini. Well, dude's a fascist. And those pictures of him being hung from the streets and battered and dead for his regime, what he did in Italy, I'm like, that's fine. But I'm definitely curious of his prehistory into being the fascist dictator of Italy. Like, it would be really interesting to kind of hear more about it, because I've heard he was before his rise was actually a straight up total like lefty and shit. And that would be interesting to like kind of hear what this perspective of Mussolini was. So I don't really have many thoughts on him, besides just of what his act as a leader.
And you leave maple bars out here all day.
Oh, that one is actually like a specifically no touch. But I mean, but the cookies were the offering because I knew that was out here. Was it incarnate of Augustus Caesar, you swine? Okay. The guy was pretty porkly for an incarnate of Caesar. But I'm gonna go grab some bud really quick, and I'll just be right back. I need to grab the proper strain for this special occasion.
We left, went down for lunch, come up, and he was standing in front of that mirror. And he goes, wow, I didn't understand what the hell he was supposed to say. You know, what he was saying. And you're right, you're not right. You know, it just wasn't right. And we got that done. And we gave them cards.
Well, this is already working.
Cards with it. And for counting.
Got the proper strain now.
Everything.
Alright. Where's the dustpan here? I'll just...
Today,
Where'd it go?
almost the same, not
Don't you have
quite,
a dustpan?
but all but.
Oh, there it is.
We did.
Intermission period with Ignal.
We done that for him.
So then you say this.
Thanks to the cat, now you're watching us do a quick chore.
Had that situation, rebuilt themselves, and relearned. So you
Thank you, YouTube. Just fucking. What Formula is the direct descendant of Julius Caesar? That'd be, dude. I wonder what it'd be like to be a direct descendant. I mean, first of all, does Julius Caesar have descendants?
Yeah, you would have descendants.
I mean, yeah, I think he did. I mean, I felt like he had children. I mean, Emperor of Romanol, Tiberius, you know,
I
whatever.
mean, all of his children.
Well, yeah, I mean, those would be his descendants. So, all hail me. Oh, we're just in time for cleanup. Yeah. Oh, now I have dustpan, like, you know, here. You go over your pile.
To a certain extent.
Thank you, Bandit. Thank you, Bandit.
To a certain extent.
Oh, Curly's now running around. Like, oh god.
Completely no.
Pussies.
There's parts of him that are lost that we'll never see. My sister had a stroke.
Oh my god.
A major stroke and completely erased.
Alright.
What do I want to say?
It's dust at that
Are you
point.
glad that your brother's back? Are you glad that he was able to?
Okay.
Oh yeah. And my
We're skipping the ball.
doesn't really know me.
Yeah, I guess this just has to be a once a week thing in order to keep it nice and stable and decent.
And that's the one with the stroke.
Because, oh my god.
My brother got once.
I mean, it's surprising how dusty, insanely ashy this floor gets, dude. Like, half of that we did up in that dustpan was just straight up ash and dust. It's like, oh.
Yeah. And yeah.
It's kind of tickling the back of my throat, but not like enough for like sneezing or coughing, just like tickling. It's like, annoyance.
So I guess maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be. If you're able to your brain maybe
Aperta pra Hindukush. Aperta pra Hindukush. Bring her back on in here now, boy.
I'm thinking it's
There we go. Now, we won't be collecting dust.
what you do then.
Now to break this all up.
To the left or to the right, whatever.
Yeah, I'll just, I can just,
Like my sister, she's
I'll just do this. Ugh. Well, ugh. Damn. Alright, now we are back in here. Now we're back.
time to start over.
Well, fucking Karl Rove just went Roman. Imperator, Eterane, Roma, Kavtvet, Mvindi.
and bring it all back to him.
Talk like a swine. Thank you, Joe. Talk American. Ignar, do you like Indian food? Well, actually, not all of it, but some of it. I actually do like Indian food. I haven't had it enough to like say overall I love Indian food, but for what I've had, I do like it. What I've had so far, I do like it. So, I came back. Carl just went full fucking Roman. And came back for a second to ask about my taste in Indian food. So, alright. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, guys, while I was gone. Is there, like, a way to fix this, like, chat not wanting to go down when it, you know, does its thing? Let's see if that helps. I just hid all of you for a second and made you go back on live chat to see if that helps. It's like YouTube, you gotta, like, fix your shit a little bit. Oh, let me guess. Yep. There we go. Oh, another chat that I have to frickin', you know, scroll down to read here. How's work, bro? I work double today? Fuck, that sucks. It was okay. The dinner rush was early, so we couldn't deal with, like, lunches and breaks at a really decent time. So that was kind of fucked, but it was a pretty good day. It wasn't terrible. Got out at a very reasonable hour. I got 4-hour break though, thank God. Dude, yeah. Good thing you did. Carl and I were all alone.
cosmetic procedures
Well, damn.
for men and women right here in the
4-hour
Pacific
break?
Northwest. So while some may
Yeah,
consider
a
treading here to
proper
be a
break.
cosmetic problem, the team at Vanderveer knows just how
I have to
important
literally
it is
scroll to fucking read you guys. Like, this is annoying. Like, YouTube, did you just, like... Can you not, like, auto-update? Here, maybe, like, what if I just, like, scroll all the way up and then press this arrow? Maybe that'll help.
7 days a week.
I live right behind the restaurant. My commute is literally 1 minute. Yeah, you mentioned that before. It's that, I mean, I love that about... That's what I like about work. Like, I mean, part of it needs to, like, part of working, you have to kind of consider the commute. Are you driving there, or are you walking there? Or are you even, like, what's your transportation method? Because, let's say you're driving, how far away are you driving? Like, how far are you going? Because because you could just be spending more money than it's worth transporting yourself there. So that's what I love about living really close to work, dude. It's that convenience and saving the money. You're not spending a lot going down to your work spot to be there. You know, I dope in the morning and heading into work. Some people even dope inside the kitchen with THC concentrate vapes. Dude, your work is lax as fuck. Like, they have THC vape pens and no one gives a shit. And it's in a place that is technically illegal. Dude, your work is legit. Your work is legit. I'm like, you definitely got it pretty decently. Like, they seem like, you know, you value the fact that you bust your ass and, you know, you work hard and shit. And it seems like, you know, they might have a little bit of a thing with understaffing, considering that you work doubles a lot. But, I mean, overall, it seems like you have a fairly decent gig. Seems like it. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a restaurant biz if I was in something like that. It's just that I probably wouldn't do doubles as often as you probably would. I'd probably do it like once or twice a week. Like, kind of give them an idea of how often I do it a week. And be like, all right, well, if you already did it like twice already this week, I doubt he's going to do it again today. So then I won't ask him or something. I like how this shit will just chip away. I didn't even, like, get into my grinder itself. And all of this, where is this? All of that popped out. That's just from this. I'm just doing this back and forth. Come on. I gotta clean these teeth up like hardcore eventually again. Oh, hold up. I actually see the reason. It's right here.
And how do you do that? When you come to the KXL on tour celebration, we're going to be there.
Jeez. Oh my god. Hold up. I'm doing an activity. I cannot read what you guys are saying. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you. Making this very more frustrating tonight than ever. Is anyone who works in the kitchen is a junkie, dude? Of course. Are you gonna do sober October? Fuck no. I mean, I start my week off like that because I'll be in Iceland, but I'm not gonna be sober because I'm gonna probably be drunk in Iceland, dude. Like, nah. I'm doing No Shave November because I have nothing to shave. I win that every year. You go in there? The 2nd to, like, the 7th or the 8th or some shit. So, like, a week. So, I'm leaving, like, in 2 weeks, and I'm only going to be there for, like, a week. So, I'll probably have at least a stream or two while I'm up there. I don't know how, I don't know, like, when or, you know, what time I'll be able to do it, but I'll see if I can. Oh my god. You know, and I are feminized because we were exposed to soy products as infants. What? Soy products? Okay, I don't know how to respond to that, so I'll just be okay. I'll tip my fedora to you, sir. That will be my response. How about that? Now everyone's just taking my cookies. Hey, well, it's like you said, it was an offering. Lol. Yeah. I just literally don't know how to respond to that. I tried to think of something witty to return with that, but I just couldn't. I'm like, I just don't know how to respond to this. It's just one of those comments I just couldn't respond to. You just get those comments sometimes. I'm JK. Well, of course. Soy products? Okay. Well, of course you're trolling. I mean, there's people that actually legit believe that. They're like, they've been exposed to soy products. They are feminists and liberals. It's like, whoa. It's like, statistically, liberals and feminists are more likely to be induced with soy. It's like, what? It's like, huh? It's just like it's like one of those few claims or conspiracies or whatever the fuck, or jokes or whatever, that I just stare at and I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? How do I respond? I don't know. I just like, okay. It's just like, okay. I mean, what you looking for? Are you looking for a lighter or looking for your? Are you looking for your the mighty cigarette? Cigarettes. Oh. I think it was emptying you or something. I don't know. I saw you have one. I don't know. Okay, no, it's cool.
Have you ever seen a woman that smokes cigarettes and ain't got one? Scary. That's the absolute best.
Wow, this. Thank you to radio. You're just like encouraging his thought process. Well, you can just always do a super hard move.
Scheduled your Thursday hearings on his Supreme Court nomination. In brief, he denies all. Not just about fairness, I want a fair process where I can defend my integrity and clear my name as I can.
Wait, who's saying that? Kavanaugh?
Whatever forum the Senate deems appropriate.
Have you been packing back Swift Bulls? Yeah, I'm actually doing one right now. But yeah, I've been trying to cut back, and I have been a little bit. I've even just with like in the middle of the night, I would could it be in your room? What do I use? Well, when I do, yes, it's organic. Pipe tobacco. Yep, just the roll on stuff. I don't I don't break apart cigarette shit. But that's the best way if you want to do it like that. And I get the organic because even if there's like, even though like nicotine's obviously a chemical shit and there's other chemicals in there, like it's less likely to be like weird, gross, flaky shit and dirt and whatever. Like you're more likely to get what you're actually trying to look for. Like, because we all know with like Camel and all these other tobacco companies. So, like, I remember seeing, I forgot where. I remember seeing somewhere like, what's the percentage of what's like actually in a cigarette, and it said like half of it was actually tobacco. 25% of it was like the shaky shit that was on the. It's like pretty much the refurbished, reused shaky stuff that they'll trim on the plants and stuff from the ground. So they'll sweep it up. Basically, it's that stuff. And then there's like 15% of additives, and then the other 5% is like bark dust and other weird bark chips and shit. And that just varies depending on the company it is, because some of them are better about it and others are worse. It depends on your poison. Nicotine is addictive, but isn't really bad for you. Yeah, like the actual compound itself is not harmful, which is why vaping and stuff is seen as a way better alternative, because that is obviously not as harmful and dangerous as actually smoking a cigarette and shit. So it's definitely a problem chemical, and it's definitely something we need to work more on trying to help with addiction problem on chemical nicotine. But it's it in itself is not as bad. It's everything else about the tobacco and the chemicals and other additives and shit that is very harmful to you. That's the main problem with it. I mean, the plant itself is actually the reason why it's so tarry and shit, which is why it's so bad. It's like mainly the plant itself. If you're to extract it, which we do for vapes and stuff, it won't be as harmful. It still can be bad for you, of course, especially mentally, if it's an addiction. But at least, you know, your lungs won't be like these like cement black blocks or whatever the fuck, you know, could be in it. Who's drunken? I am. I'm not, but I'm enjoying this. I've been having this with some salsa and chips. I was in a salsa chip mood, so I got some over here in the corner. It's good shit, man. I got some real good, like, hot salsa, dude. Mike's? Yeah, I got a 6-pack the other day. What flavor? Black cherry. Hard black cherry, yeah. So, I got a 6-pack with us, Your Night Your Fathers, and we're kicking it with some friends, and these are just leftovers. So, what are you looking for now? You're really losing some shit all around. You got, like, everything around you, and you're like, where did I put it? Where did I put it? Really? I drink a lot of Not Your Fathers. I don't blame you, honestly. It's really good. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I could, like, if I wanted to, I could straight up drink that shit like it was soda. I mean, I won't, and I'm not going to, and probably won't ever. But you could. I mean, tastes like it might as well be like just a regular root beer, and so. I mean, even with these mics, I mean, if you drink enough of these, you'll eventually get messed up, especially in a row and, just all at once. Like, if I were to chug this whole thing, like, if it was full, if I just opened it like I did like an hour ago, I would definitely get buzzed, for sure. Everyone in my kitchen comes with thermos full of beer liquor. Damn. Are you looking for one of these things? Yeah. That's kind of why I have the tray, because that's meant to be like, so all of our little tools and shit are around. Preserve the white waste. So everyone, I'm noticing with this new update, YouTube made all of your icons insanely tiny. So Jimmy Whisperer, you literally look like a fucking ant. You are literally like an ant to me, dude. Like, all of you are so tiny. I'm just gonna say that right now. Drink liquor. I literally have never gotten around to going to a liquor store that's open so I can buy some. They close very early. At least the ones around here do. Like, the one right next to me closes at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Depends on the day. It's just like, dude. Like, what? It's like, huh? Closed so early. It's like, shit. Mark Hamill. You're trying to make me say Mark Hamill, are you? Because I, will do verbal dyslexia for that shit. I'm gay for young Mark Hamill. If my mic was broke, why does it work for all my software like cam recording and shit? And it's not only working on the phone, damn. It says muted, but I can't unmute. I don't know. Sounds just like your phone's just glitching and fucked up. I mean, I want to know. They say, look back if you install anything new or only new software was YouTube software update. Could be with that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to uninstall or anything like that, like an update. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'm a young millennial and I know about technology, but I don't know everything. I try though. Oh. One day I'm gonna be just so salty and just triggered at everybody that the shirt will eventually mean something. Please cancel my subscription to your issues. I think that's what it says. Yeah, subscription to. I'm reading it backwards because of the way it's operating on me right now, but yes, you should know, you're a millennial. Well, that's what my mom says, and that's what everyone else says around me, but I'm just like, nah, bitch, I don't. I just don't. I ain't gonna. I mean, I will if I learn it, but it shows it backwards. Yeah, I mean, it says, please unsubscribe. Oh, wait, it says, please cancel my subscription to your issues. That's what it says. It's like this meme shirt I got on my 21st. But it's not really my type. Yeah, I mean, it's a meme shirt. That's kind of what it is. But, there will be moments in context where the shirt will mean something. Right now, it don't mean nothing. Besides to YouTube, I want to cancel my subscription to its bullshit.
I think that similarly.
Wait, what? I had a dream where there was a meeting of leftists. Kyle forced himself in, then started ejecting people one by one. Okay, what? Okay, he ended up being the only one left. Well, besides you, because you were the one in there too, in the dream. Before selling out to the right. Oh, huh? Wait, what? Well, it's a dream, so I mean, it's like it's a dream. Dream defies reality by every metric that we can understand it in. So, okay, okay then. All right. Well, I was the first person he kicked out. Wait, so Kyle has admitted he's doing cocaine. Beast. You didn't know that? You made that a while ago. Well, how would you know he kicked everyone? Well, I guess if everyone just walking out like, what the fuck? Yeah, but okay. All right. And I know that it's like everything Kyle says is not about like just kicking people out of things. So I mean, or just like, no, you're kicked out, you're banned. Like it's definitely not his nature. So it sounds like a funny dream though. But all right. At least YouTube is actually like letting the chat like actually scroll down. I noticed I don't have to do that much. I had a crush on Mark Hamill. I didn't get Mark Hamill when I was 13. Wow. What's the fault of you and your Mark Hamills? Damn. You all just love your Mark Hamill. Thank you, Corny.
Your child's not. What if your child got hit in the head with let's say, a rock?
Damn, you're violent. You're violent. What is it with him? I don't understand. I truly see the appeal because he's definitely quite a handsome gent. But I wouldn't say he's a crush. But for Jimmy and Carl here, it's the first gay crushes. So I mean, he's just not my crush. So that's just. I don't really think I have like a really I don't think I really have like a crush I can like name really. There's like characters that are like that can also be like animated characters, but for actors and like people and actual individuals, I couldn't really like pick out a specific name really. I could just like point at someone and just like name all the attributes I like about that person. Well, nope, I have to scroll for all these fucking chats. Kyle's betrayed the American people in favor of Gibbs. Of the Gibbs. Who wants those ribs, Gibbs? Who wants those Gibbs for the ribs? So he can make some dank barbecue ribs. That's right. I don't know where I'm going. I derailed it for you. Surely you have a gay crush. I mean, I do. Like, I know somewhere in here. I just, it's like a discovery I haven't, like, discovered yet. And it's not even necessarily just, like, gay crush. It's just, like, any crush. It's like, just anything. I don't even care what. I'm bi, so every other day is female. Yep. Mine's a nerdy type on every other day. What do you mean by free shitism? Wait, what? Where was free shitism mentioned? Free shitism.
Sometimes people don't want to be brought back. That's fine.
It's free shitism. Wait a minute. Free shit? Free shitism? Is that communism? Free shit, Cortez. You are. Oh God. Oh God, the commies have invaded. Ah! The commies have invaded. That people feeling entitled. Yep. He's saying that Kyle wants to give people free shit. Wait, who's saying? Wait, is Jimmy saying Kyle wants to give people free shit? I mean, oh God, no, it's centrism.
No, I'm not. You said it was an abomination, dude. You said it was an abomination. Tell me you said that.
It was an abomination. Yeah, centrism is abomination. Yeah. My ideal society is where the meat gives free shit while machines and robots do all parts of the work. So pretty much like kind of like a fully automated UBI / benevolent AI / you. Holy shit, Clyde! Like, I think this is the first time he's like straight up yelling about this. Holy shit! I don't even know what he's yelling about. He's a sellout. If Patreon, what's he sold out to? Like, I mean, who's given him large contributions that's been changing his message? I mean, that's the, or like just changing like how he like feels and shit, or his opinion. Like, I mean, I've watched him for like 3 years now. I mean, he hasn't really changed much in his views or appearance or anything really, besides just his new studio and having to get income from Patreon because he has to, get fans like me to support him and shit. I mean, I just do it like $2 a month. I mean, I put like my support on Patreon to and prioritize on the other productions like Pessimist Productions and shit. I mean, I watch like Cal at least like every day, so it's just like, and I already have a YouTube Red or YouTube Premium, whatever it's called now at this point, to the point where, like that will already give a content creator income, just if you have YouTube Red and they have monetization enabled for the channel. So I'm already kind of helping him out just by plopping on his videos and shit. What are your thoughts about automation? I fully support it. I only support it if it's, well, like, okay, hold on. Let me try to phrase this right. I support it. However, I wouldn't if there wasn't policy implemented along with it that would keep people who are going to be unemployed sustained. So there would have to be a safety net, and there would have to be form of income or a replacement job or a program where they can get into a different job, whether they have to be trained for it or not, to a different position or whatever. Like, we can't just plop automation down on our feet and just call it good. Like, I mean, we would have to take it very seriously and take a lot of precautions and regulation with it. But yes, I do support automation. I just think, especially with our current system, automation is going to be very exploitive and very detrimental to society. So, long term, I see it as a very good thing. But unless we don't have policy, even now, to try to work into to transitioning into that, then like, what good is it going to do? Like, what's the point of actually trying to do it if it's not going to benefit us? Unless it's going to benefit a bunch of corporations just making more money, What are Islamist warlocks trained as Satanism invading this country? October 6th. Hey, I'll be in Iceland when the Islamists who are warlords who are trained in Satanism and progressivism invade on October 6th by the mouth of Alex. Hell yeah, dude. Alex Jones, the master predictor. He's like Nostradamus of our time, dude. Imagine how badass it would be to be an Islamist trained in Satanist destruction magicka. Dude, they all are. What do you think ISIS is? And they're gonna like invade Arkansas on October 6th, bro. And I'll be in Iceland. I don't have to worry about it. America's screwed. I'll be free. I'll be free in Iceland. I'll be cold, but I'll be free. I'll be just in time for winter. But as far as I know, Icelandic society is so chill with each other that you can just like knock on their door, walk in, and they'll brew you up a nice warm thing of tea for you and be like, hey, you want some warmth? Conversation? Like, I'll be good. I'll be Gucci. Hell yeah. Thanks, Alex. At least your prediction date, wrong or not, is at least at the time I'm not in the country. Imagine, you'll be near the East Coast. Hey, at least I won't be on the East Coast. You'll all be gang raped by Islamists like in Sweden or something. See, Iceland is so small, they don't have to worry about anything. Like, no one notices them. It's like everyone knows their name, but no one notices them. There's just like that thing that's just acknowledged in the corner that we all just know. It's like, oh yeah, that's Iceland. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, oh, but Sweden over there, yeah, they're getting raped. a lot. Just like a lot. On America, yeah, on October 6th. On October 6th, they're going to get raped too. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, Boyle. Who do you think the next major war... next mayor, why did I say that? Next major war will be... I don't even know, dude. Like... Next major war... That could be literally, like, tomorrow or the next 2 to 3 years. Like, I really couldn't. I don't know. You'll only be 800 miles away instead of 3,000. That is true. But I still won't be on it getting raped by a bunch of Islamist warlords getting trained in satanic magica. It's funny. It's like, how can you be Islamic or an Islamist and a Satanist? Like, they are still very polar opposite, contradictory. It's like saying you're a Christian and also a Jew. Like, those, you can't, like, you could be, like, culturally, like, one thing, but if you're speaking in religious terms, which is, I'm assuming what Alex Jones is talking about this with claim, right, is about religious belief. So, even then, it's still a very polar opposite thing, because one believes in totally different things, while even though there might be some very similar tenets, the other one believes in totally different things. You know, it's just like, what? It's like, huh? It's like brain can't compute. We are at constant war on the imperial outskirts. Yeah, I mean, that's why I mean, with a major war, like, I mean, like, with that, it's like, we're already kind of in a bunch of proxy minor wars, but we're literally, like, one bullet away, or one misplanted bomb, or, like, one really misguided drone strike away from going to all-out war with the country we're doing the proxy wars with, which is pretty much Russia. So it's a very, very, like, really, that major war could just literally be tomorrow, but it can also be, like, the next couple years, or it might be in the next few decades. I mean, we could just be in perpetual proxy war for a while. I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty big mystery. I mean, there's so many different nations with different political gains and different agendas behind all of them that, you know, it's like, you don't really know when that truly will happen, no matter how many predictions you make up in your head and scenarios. Every Islamist battle mage does Tai Chi at dawn on the top of Mount Sinai and spars with destruction magic with his fellow wizards. Yep. It's actually true. It comes right out of the Quran. That's what they have to do every morning. Every morning, that's like their first prayer, dude. They do their first prayer, and then they do Tai Chi on Mount Sinai. Or Sinai, or however you say it. What if we did Asin and decided to convert to Islamist Satanism? I
thought we actually understand the science before we call it evil.
that's just,
before they even had surgery, they said, oh,
I don't even know how. I just like. This reminds me of the story of the white neo-Nazi nationalist who converted to jihadism and Islamism, and then retracted and became a Jew, or Jewish, and then became like a jihadi again, and then like one of his other roommates was trying to build a dirty bomb or some shit, and then like another roommate was trying to do some other crazy shit, and then the other nationalist who became a Muslim then killed like the other two, and it's just like, what the fuck? It's like, what? It's like The Onion became reality. I bet that white nationalist did peyote and went on a spirit quest. Dude, the spirit quest found him. He didn't search for it, it found him, dude. It found him. I never say anything that would benefit a new atheist slander bot / Zionist boomer, so I plead the fifth. Huh? Well, I don't know if there's any new atheist slander bots or Zionist boomers here, and if there were, I'd just challenge the shit out of their views and critique and go at them and shit. What white nationalists? There was like this story, like, in the beginning of 2018, or like at the very end of 2017, this white nationalist became like, he was like rooming up with two other white nationalists, and one of them was just straight out neo-Nazi, and the other two were just like kind of playing around with it. And then one of them converted to Islamism and then killed the other two. One of them was making a dirty bomb and actually was attempting to do a terrorist plot. So, and the other one, like, and then the other one came in and found, like, his two friends killed because his other dude, like, it's just a weird story, dude. Like, I don't, like, I have to find it. I remember that. Oh, okay, well, I mean, yeah. Like, it's that story. Like, it's just, like, I don't even remember all the stories, but, dude, all the details in that story, but it's the most ridiculous, like, I swear, like, ever since Trump became, or ever since the 2016 elections, just the primaries and everything, like, we have just, like, the Onion has, like, ascended to a new, like, dimensional plane of existence beyond enlightenment of man, and has, like, blessed us with all of just, the Onion has, like, ascended into a new dimensional plane, and now we are the article of the Onion. This earth is the article of the Onion now, dude. That is what we have become, an Onion article. Like, just, like, white nationalists converting to Islam and killing his fellow white nationalists in jihad, and, like, what? Like, Trump has, like, said things like Hurricane Florence is very wet from the standpoint of water. Like, what? Seriously, you're the president. You're saying really dumb shit like that. Like, ugh. Like, there was so much shit that should be from an Onion article, but we are. It is reality. And if all this is pointing out now, just imagine how much of the Onion article was truly within our, like, vision and within our reality without even realizing it. Oh my god. I guarantee you that white nationalist guy killed him with destruction battle magica. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. And then he literally kicked his head off with, like, hardcore Tai Chi 360, dude. Fuck yeah, man. The harness the fire of Shaitan. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on Assad? Assad over Judeo-American Empire. That's pretty much how I feel. Like, I don't endorse Assad. In fact, I kind of condemn him on a lot of his crimes as well. But he's far better than what we're trying to instill in for a Syrian government. Definitely a lot better. At least you can look at the big cities like Damascus and, there's the capital, I forgot the name of it, and there's, like, this one other town that's a coastal town, and they're very prosperous. It's just literally everywhere else is on fire because of, I don't know, civil war, strife, terrorism, exploitation of the lands. All, just go down that list. We don't have to go through that, though. Oh, well, Shaitan is the Arabic word for Satan. So pretty much you add 2 letters into the word. I love how Arabic likes to be simple like that sometimes. Sometimes. It can be very, very, very complex. Come on, get out of the way, you stupid arrow. Thank you. When I was in a mosque, when I was little, I was taught about Shaitan. Am I even saying it right? I'm just going to say Satan, because, I mean, that's pretty much what you're talking about here. When I was in a mosque when I was little, I was taught about Satan. I mean, they always have to teach you about the antagonist. I mean, they have to teach you how fearful the dude is and shit, so. I want to learn Arabic someday. It's a really cool language. I would like to listen to it at some point. I will not allow free shit, Cortez. I mean, if healthcare for all and rebuilding infrastructure and, like, renewable energy is an issue, or free shit, then bring all the free shit in. I mean, like, I mean, it's just the whole labels game. I just hate it. It's dumb to me. It's like, can we just, like, it's like, I'd rather just say, like, hey, do you support healthcare for all? No? Alright, well, you disagree with this candidate then. Alright, well, do you support this? Alright, well, no, then you don't support this candidate. Like, I mean, that's what I go by. I don't like going after, like, oh, oh, Fishy Cortez or Lying Ted or Crooked Hillary. Like, I don't like that. I don't, like, granted, while some of them may be true, it's just like, I'd rather at least just go after the substance and then play semantical bullshit name calling after that. Like, if we just go right into it with name calling and just like, you know, it's like, wait, what? Okay, then it's like, what am I have to even work with here? Every Islamist should be injected with DMT so they can feel love and become one with humanity on a spirit quest. Dude, that would, like, what if everybody was injected in just straight up DMT just for that, just so everybody, just everyone at once, we all, like, humanity had a simultaneous, it's like every human had a DMT trip at once, at the same length and period, and they all came back and were like, well, like, I wonder what effect that would have. Like, I mean, every human takes the DMT, and, like, would we all just actually, like, get woke and unite, help each other, develop our, like, you know, begrudging and, you know, struggling communities and, you know, nations in the world, and actually, like, bring about world peace and sustainability and adaptation on Earth and exploring the stars and extraterrestrial shit. Oh, more chats. I love it. Every human should be sent out in the desert on peyote so they get worked. So they can get Worked. Okay. Woked. Most definitely. Just everyone just takes a fat thing of peyote and they get woke. I mean, at some point, I know I'm probably going to have shrooms at some point. I know that's going to be a psychedelic that will be in the near future. I just don't know when. I just don't know. Could be any point. Alex Jones says blacks and Arabs are inherently devil worshippers. Indians worshipped God and the spirits, angels. Blacks and Arabs are inherently devil worshippers. I don't think your race has anything to do if you're a, quote, devil worshipper. So Alex Jones is just a fucking nutcase. And honestly, the dude, like, the guy just needs to go to, like, a mental rehab, dude. Like, that guy is just broken. The dude just, like, he shouldn't be, like, you need, like, if you want to silence him, send him to a mental rehabilitation center where he can get some counseling and mental help, dude. Like, that guy's cracked. The guy's broke. Like, he is broke. Like, seeing that weird encrypted, like, interview he had with that one dude, it was just like, oh my god. The Mormons believe Native Americans were the first Israelites and the chosen people. I know someone who believes that and are not even Mormon because they grew up Mormon. I will let you guess the name of that, and honestly, it's the most stupidest shit. It's just seriously the most stupidest shit. How can someone be an Israelite if they literally weren't there? If they're not even there? They were once white but turned red by their sins. They're not even red. Like, if you look at a Native American, they're not even literally red. It's just that they have red melatonin tints in their skin. But it's just based off their, you know, they evolved in different land. Like, if you, I mean, they have a lot of similarities to a lot of Orientals, and like if you look at like a lot of Vietnamese, Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese, and like a lot of Inuits, they look very, very, very similar to Native Americans. So granted, Logan, yep, Robert, oh no, he's not Mormon at all. If you, what really gets me is that Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism, was literally a fucking liar. He literally, like, that's, how do you think this whole, like, Mormonism started? Off lies. He literally lied his way through. He's like, oh, I mean, I'm the only one who can see these stone tablets and I'm the only one who can decipher it. Only I can. So I can change it however I want. And I can, you know, say what I can, you know, how I feel like will, you know, benefit me in this. And I can, you know, as long as I have, like, I set things and I keep tracking with my big fat story of a lie, which I guess continue on until today. Like, I don't know what, like, is probably I don't know, like, I don't know what's worse for one of these, like what's worse, like Scientology or Mormonism? I mean, I feel like, I mean, both of them have been tied in with a lot of disturbing shit. I mean, I guess Scientology is probably worse because there's a lot more money backed in with them, and plus there's straight up human trafficking and shit. Joseph Smith spoke to God and wrote his gospel on a translated from Holy Tablet. And the thing, he actually supposedly found them and translated them, and he was the only one who could ever see them. And then he eventually let one of his other buddies, which basically is like, okay, I'm just gonna let you in on this. I'm bullshitting all these stupid, stupid village people. I'm just, making these gullible idiots believe what I'm saying, and I just want you to be a part of it, because if you are confident as much as I am about it, we could win more people over. Here's a little cash. Shush up about it. Don't leak out what I'm actually lying about. Just be confident as me with it, and we'll work together. That's kind of what happened. And, I mean, it's just, the whole thing is a fucking sham. It was built off of shammery. It was probably built off of just, trying to see if you could make a quick buck off, selling some books or something. It's probably was initial intent to write, a third or fourth testament or something like that to make a little extra money with some gullible village people, and it worked. And it worked pretty well for a lot of them. And eventually, I remember reading up on it. Even Deep Fat Fried did a podcast where they were talking about Joseph Smith and Mormonism, and eventually he was caught on about some of the shit because he got in some weird something about the government, about their commune or whatever they were making. They were trying to make an all Mormon town essentially, and there was this guy Wilbur Boggs who was not going to have any of it, and also noticed about a lot of other. I mean, I don't know. I'm forgetting a lot of really critical, important details that are honestly far too important for me to just gloss over. But pretty much at the very end of it, he sent a band of with him and found Joseph Smith and fucking killed him. Basically, they ousted him and killed him. Brought the cavalry down on the nigger. Yeah, basically, dude, straight up. Have you ever done a chug a bottle of wine challenge? No. Well, I mean, technically, but no. I've tried to chug a bottle of wine once, but I never did it as a challenge. I was just doing it at but it was not I failed. I got a quarter of the way through. I was going to take a big gulp, but then my friend started to make me chug it. This is that's what happened. I was I wanted to take just a few chug gulps, but my friend held it down in my in my mouth and was keeping it in my throat to chug the whole freaking thing. And I'm just oh, and I nearly started choking on the thing. Luckily it didn't fill up my lungs or nothing, but it was just dude, don't try to make me chug that shit, bro. But I mean, I probably will at some point, maybe for a stream challenge or something like that. But I'm not much of a drinking challenge guy. I'm more of a smoke challenge guy. If I were to do drink challenges, it would have to be just high, a quick little high dose, just shot, boom. Wilbur Boggs sent his grenadiers to light up your ass up with brown Bess. Damn straight, dude. Curly. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Aw, you're a very friendly guy. You're a friendly Craig Brick.
I'm not here to be PG for you. I'm just not. I'm not in the mood. Why are you feel laughing over there? You're laughing at me.
I do get amused by it.
What was she? She's just kind of what? She was she what? She was yelling something away from the mic. If you're gonna yell something, yell it at the mic.
Let's start with the latest.
Something about Sesame Street, how it should be PG or something. I don't know. She's just out all over the place, dude.
Is whether or not
Michael Jackson was a eunuch.
If they were stalling to see if they could
A eunuch.
get another witness,
Okay.
Christian Blasey.
I know he was the King of Pop. Woo! Shimona! Brown Bess was a musket used in the War of Independence. Yep. It's a really nice musket, too. I think I saw a documentary about the War of Independence, and they were talking about various different rifles that were used by American and Revolutionary fighters, and the Brown Bess was one of them that they talked about. I think it was either on the Smithsonian or I think it was on the Smithsonian Channel. I think either that or National Geographic or the History Channel. It's like one of those three channels. It's like one of the channels that talks about history a lot. They said Bert and Ernie are gay couple, so they're upset over it on TV. It's this, like, are people still talking about this whole Bert and Ernie thing? Because the writer of Bert and Ernie based off of him and his partner, and they're gay. So if they're based off of them, you can kind of imply that they are, but it's not an important factor. It's just their characters in a kid show. I mean, you can use it to, like maybe help that movement in a lot of ways and show that it's okay or it's fine or no one should have to worry about what you got. They have no parts. Exactly. Like, I mean, these puppets and Sesame Street things don't have parts anyway, so why should it matter? Like, for, characters' sake, to say, this is them in a relationship, fine, it's like, I don't have a problem with that. It's just that why is everyone making a big deal about it? If they were just to say, hey, the writer admits they're gay, it's like, cool, okay, move on. Like, that's how I was initially kind of thinking about it. But then the producers of the show were like, nah, we're challenging this, they're not gay. And now everyone else is having a fucking hoop all over it. It's like, oh my god, why? No, why do we have to explain? Like, why do we have to explain why it doesn't matter? Islamists, Sanatists, battle mages often leviate while they meditate. Whoa, damn. Whitey was fine with Elmo being a pedo, but the second homos are on kids show, they I never even heard about Elmo being a pedo, so, I mean, I don't even know if that's true, and I really doubt it is, but it's just like, oh my god, it's just like, we just want to find an excuse for everything. It's just like, oh my god, like, have we lost the sense of just acknowledging that there's things that are fucking different? What are you? Wow, I think Karl Rove changed his nationality to black. Kill the bull. Fuck whitey nigga. Africa belongs to the niggas. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not even gonna repeat that again. If that's happening, I'm just abolish the face. Oh god, this derailed into black nationalism. Oh boy. Can't we have, like, human internationalism instead? Can't that be, like, an ideology? Humanist internationalism? Can't that be a thing? It's basically nationalism, but instead it's about humans in the whole fucking world. Like, I mean, can't we expand just a little? That's what I feel like. I've been, watching this guy named Destiny. This guy's a debater, and the dude debates like a lot of ethnostatists and white nationalists, and some of them are just all over. Some of them are all over the place. Like, some of them are actually pretty, like, sound somewhat smart, but some of them are just straight up dumb. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. I've noticed with a lot of these, like, ethnostatists or white nationalists or nationalists or whatever. It sounds like a demented SJW shit to me. He's just an asshole. And I can say that much. And I definitely don't agree with everything he says, or at least what he has for policy and beliefs. But I think he does a pretty damn good job roasting the shit out of these alt-rightists and far-white nationalists and shit. Like, I mean, he does a good job at that. So, anyway, like, I've noticed, like, a lot of them seem to understand some, like, basic points of, like, poverty or wealth, or disparaging wealth income. And, like, a lot of problems of, like, exploitation with these big corporations amongst the workers and shit, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I mean, it seems like a lot of them have a genuine, like, decent understanding of what the core problem is. It's just that they point it at all the totally wrong places. They, like, they connect the dots, and instead of, like, let's say this is meant to be like an arc, they connect it as like a, it's like all over the place. Instead of connecting the thing as like this arc of like what the actual issue is, they want to go fucking, and they wanted to try to make this very convoluted puzzle thing instead of just seeing what the actual issue is and actually like looking at empirical data instead of like playing around with like, ooh, is it because their IQ? Is it because their race? It makes it that they are more likely for crime? It's like, no. It's other factors like poverty, that they're born into poverty, that they have like, that, these people are systemically got institutionalized or whatever. Like, there's all sorts of different factors for whatever reasons. It could be politically, it could be just due to the system, it could just be due to economics. It's like, it's not race. That's what I especially just like hate about a lot of these nationalists and white nationalists. Like, it's like, to me, it's just a fallacy. It's just like, you could find any white guy who is just as retarded as like someone who has like a, like a average, black IQ. Like, you could find someone who's just like 50 IQ, as a white guy, and you can find someone who's black who has a 50 IQ. But you can also find someone who's black who has a 160 or 180 some IQ, and same with a white dude. I mean, it doesn't, like, I literally can't compute like how race has this big of a factor. There's just natural factors due to evolution, due to where we adapted on this place, on this fat ball of dirt, but like beyond that, I don't, to me it doesn't affect me. It would be better if both peoples of Boers returned to Holland. The peoples of Africa are entitled to their homelands. I mean, alright. I need to smoke this. I've been like kind of like back and forth. I noticed this. I'll get too entitled too infused into chatting with you guys. I totally space on smoking. I can't fathom anyone being entitled to anything anymore. Oh, I can. Oh, that's like what human nature is like built off of. It's just like being entitled to shit. Like, if someone feels like they want something or need something, they feel like they're going to be entitled to it. That's kind of how it is. And I mean, there are things that, I feel like humans naturally are just obligated to be entitled for. But at the same time, you're not entitled to, simple shit, like, or not simple shit, to like luxurious shit. You're not entitled to that. You're not entitled to a Ferrari. You're not entitled to a Rolls Royce or some shit. You're not entitled to a mansion or a yacht or a private jet. You're not entitled to those things. I mean, what entitlements should be are just like you're entitled to basic health care, a basic standard of living. You're entitled to a job, had to have a job, or to have at least an income. If we want to go to the universal basic income system, then entitled to an income. You're entitled to, just very basic entitlements, and you're also entitled to your rights based on the Constitution and the law of the land. I mean, just keep it very simple, very basic, and everything else, you have an opportunity to work for it. I mean, that's kind of how I am. Let's replace with deserve. But those are definitely two different things. So, like, deserving something is something based off of, like, the actions of, like, or off of something you've done. But entitlement doesn't necessarily have to be because of your actions or something you've done. So that's why I feel like there's certain things that are entitlements, but there's definitely certain things that are just totally off the table. Like, you know, I mean, I named pretty much all sorts of different examples already, but I mean, you can get the point. I'm gonna smoke this now. Waited too long to do this. Gonna like crack my back a little bit first. Oh, ooh. That felt good. I felt like a nice pop, like it was like almost like a knotted pop that I felt. Oh, I feel like I need to do another.
So now we're on that. So when we come back, we have quick
Ooh,
five,
yep.
but we're gonna get into even
Ooh,
more.
that released another one. Ooh, that felt so good.
Because they said no one's filed anything with us.
Sometimes good pop back. Or popped back, yeah. I said pop back, you said pop. Do you think Solo and Boba Fett have a sense of respect for each other? No. No. No.
So it's fall, which is exciting. Finally, fall is here, and now everything. I guess people are kind of moving indoors. Look, bottom line: revamp their windows, revamp the look of your room with high quality blinds, shades, and curtains. They make ordering online simple and easy. You can select and order high quality, easy to install blinds, shades, and shutters today. It's the easiest way to upgrade. Take the guesswork out of ordering blinds, and once it's all taken care of, you can get back, to your life. Select Blinds is one of the most. They have the
Regret your respect. No. The respect the warrior has for each other.
They have over 1 million satisfied customers. So to get the best deals on blind shades and
nope,
shutters,
not one.
today at selectblinds.com.
All right. Well, here's what I feel about the whole. Hold on. Let me read this again.
Selectblinds.com.
Do you think Solo and Boba Fett have a sense of respect for each other?
We talk a lot about our veterans.
I feel like
how we're so grateful for the way these heroes
Boba Fett definitely has none at all, no remorse for Solo at all. He only cares about the money he gets from getting Solo. If you looked in movies, at least, I mean, he's a bounty hunter. If you want to, I mean, if you think about it, he only really cares about the money about getting people that he needs. Boba has zero respect for Solo. I think he has zero respect for anyone besides just for anyone besides the basic respect of I'm not gonna fuck with you if you don't fuck with me. I think his respect is super basic for just about anyone. And if he is in the middle of doing a job, he getting in his way, he ain't gonna respect you because you're getting up in his way. Solo probably, Solo actually is definitely more humanely. What's Boba Fett spend that money on? What is his motivation for life? Well, I don't know. Well, we don't know too much about Boba Fett, really. I mean, besides what we know of the films. And, to be fair, I don't know what his motivations in life are, because I don't know much about that character or his background or what lore is of Boba Fett, besides kind of what we know. Survival? Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make based off instinct, just to survive, just to live, just to fight on another day of being a fucking Mandalorian bounty hunter, basically. But, to Solo, and, don't worry, Joe, we will circle back to your point. But, to, Solo, though, I think he does have a respect in a sense that he knows Boba Fett's just doing his job. He's just aligned with a fact that's against him. Like, you could make an argument that if Boba Fett wasn't a bounty hunter trying to hunt for Solo, but just a character he met in, as just some, just as like a smuggler and a bounty hunter. I mean, a lot. You see a lot in Star Wars lore where a lot of those type of characters who are smugglers and bounty hunters work together. So I definitely see a sense of Solo having respect for Boba Fett, but I don't know how far that truly goes. Like, I don't know if he respects him and finds it admirable that he's just doing his job and just doing what he has to do, or if it's just I don't know. I mean, I think that's a respect for anyone or anything. I don't think that's necessarily true. He definitely has respect for people, like Chewbacca. I mean, he's admiration, respect for him, and trust and loyalship with him. I mean, until he met Luke. Well, again, still disagree, but I felt like he developed and expanded more on this respect and humane part of himself when he met Luke and Ben, and once that part of his life centered through. It became part of his life. Like, I think it definitely has expanded, though. I feel like he had kind of just, you know, a natural sense of, respect for people. Luke was his only friend. I mean, well, what was Chewbacca, though? I mean, that's also his friend. I mean, he also has, other people you can consider friends, I guess, though they're probably just more friends for, mutual benefit for him and, his friends. Like Lando Calrissian. Like, I mean, like those two are considered friends, and they also have like a lot of mutual gain from each other as well. So, and they have, and you can tell that they have a respect for them. Chewbacca was like his brother. Well, yeah. Like with me and my friend Harley, like I see him like he's like my brother and shit. But we're still friends. But our friendship goes so close that we see each other basically like family. I mean, but they're still friends essentially. They were family. I mean, well, yeah. I mean, friendships can be so strong that essentially they're like family. I mean, but they're still essentially a friendship. It's just that it's a very, very, very strong friendship. I mean, I'm just saying that he's definitely more. It's definitely more expansive than to his character than just me and Luke, and then all these more humane aspects of him come out. Luke, I am your father. The most biggest plot twist in history. Alright. Let me go to the point what Joe was talking about here, because I saw him saying some things, but due to this other convo, gonna get to it. Got to that point. Where was it? People deserve free healthcare, fair wages, some kind of housing, life to pursue happiness. Yeah, subtests to pursue. I agree with that. And the things you're stating are there, like, the healthcare, the fair wages, which I would further expand that to living wages, but I think that's what you're meaning. Some county housing, I agree, like a basic safety net for basic housing and life lives. Like, those are things I agree with because, and I also, and at the same time, those are essentially the entitlements I talk about. Like, I don't think we're entitled to the shit that, we are trying to pursue just for our basic happiness and basic, opportunities in life. Like, I think everyone should be entitled to at least that opportunity to, build themselves up to, things that they can earn and deserve on, for their own comforts and for their own enjoyments and their happiness and their hobbies, etc. Go down the list of their own personal wants and needs for whoever, whatever that person wants and stuff, etc. Star Wars characters don't have human psychology. Who knows what they do or want? They don't act like real people. Yeah, like, there are humans, but they're not like us. They definitely have different mentalities. Going to bed? All right, have a good night. They definitely have different mentalities to us. It's kind of like the Star Trek humans. They have a far more different mentality than to us average humans. I mean, there's a lot of things we can pull from them and find similarities to, of course, because, I mean, in the end, we created these humans too. It's just that these humans have been, have a different mentality on it because they have a totally different societies and totally different technology and totally different cultures. Like, there's so many differences that, that you have to take into the fact that their psychology is totally different. The pursuit is on us.
Yeah, a safety hazard. They say you're supposed to
They are archetypes.
evacuate a commercial airliner in 90
Makes
seconds.
sense, yeah.
90 seconds.
I can see that. I mean, a lot of the different humans in Star Wars are definitely archetypes for sure, because I mean, just in different factors. I mean, in a way, I mean, all the different species in Star Wars are archetypes in their own different fashions. It's just that they have a different structure of that type of archetype. It's not like in Geonosis. I forgot the specific, or well, I guess they're Geonosians. Like they have like a hive mind archetype where they still have like a culture and some individual values, but they're extremely highly collectivist and essentially like a hive mind for all intents and purposes. But and you can like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know way more about Star Trek lore than Star Wars lore. But with I'm just trying to find examples to kind of help just back up them. No culture to spend their time in small rooms flying in space. With small rooms flying in space. Well, which species or which like race would, because there's definitely there are a combination of different cultures. Oh, with like humans. Yeah, I mean there's definitely they kind of adopt other cultures as well, especially if they're on different planets and live with other races or in a very diverse raced area with other alien races. I mean, yeah, they'll definitely adapt and adopt other cultures as well. Favorite Star Trek race? I would have to say the Farasans, actually. And hear this out. So, the Farasans are a genetically modified race from the Caitians, and they actually used to be just one race. And I don't know much, and there's actually not even much in general behind them, besides different culture and philosophies, obviously. Star Trek and Star Wars are very different. Well, I mentioned that I know more about Star Trek, which is why I'm explaining why I'm saying the Farasans are my favorite race, because they're kind of a more badass-looking Caitian. And the Caitians are the felinoid race of Star Trek. If you know the animated series, embraces it. In Star Trek Online, you can have Caitian as a race. You can play. I think you have to fork over money to do that, but I did because I love the fucking game and I like Caitians and I'm a fucking furry, so this kind of makes sense. So anyway, like while Caitians, their philosophy is more on cooperation, diplomacy, and progress and adaptation. The Farasans are more towards a sense of not a warrior culture, but a trust, like a kind of a warrior trust. It's kind of in covert, like kind of like a lucrative and seclusiveness, but trust is a very big part of their philosophy, even though there's a lot of betrayals and a lot of issues with that. They value it a lot, the Farasans, and their family units are very trust aligned as well, and involved with loyalty too. So they kind of have like a lot of their cultures kind of mixed, influenced off the Klingons as well in a way. They just kind of have their own adaptation of it, which if you kind of look at the Farasans and if you look at them in the Star Trek Online lore, they're aligned with the Klingon empires. So my theory is that the Klingons, or at least the Klingon Empire itself, had something to do with genetic modification for the Farasans to kind of make a more fiercer race, on their side that can kind of do a lot of the same shit that Caitians can do for the Federation, essentially. It's kind of like their way of doing, kind of having better communications, because Caitians are used because they have really, really good hearing, which is what, I can't find them on Google. It's Ferasan, Ferasan. Star Trek, just type in Star Trek Ferasan. If you type in like Caitian, Caitian, you'll find it for that way by going down that rabbit hole. Fight always been between good. you'd like I think they call them tribbles. You're talking about tribbles. I know about tribbles. I found them. Yeah, I mean, it takes a moment to find them because they're a lot more harder to find as a race, and there's not really much about them, but they're still a very cool race, and I think they're really badass. Furfag species. Well, the first OG Furfag species was the Caitians. I thought it was the Kaitians, but I found out that the pronunciation is Caitian. So it's very, like, Asian-oriented, so... But yeah, those are, like, my two favorite races, so I guess if you want to consider, since they're technically one species, but one is just kind of a genetically modified subspecies, and I don't even know if the two species can intermix together, like breed, and I don't know if that's a possibility. In my Star Trek Online roleplays, that didn't stop us, but I don't know, but I mean, I would like to think that they could, so, you know, essentially, I guess you can say they're kind of the same species, the Caitians and the Ferocans. They're just kind of like a subspecies of them. So I guess my favorite species would be the Caitians, but it's not really just much about their philosophy and stuff. It's just they look pretty badass. I mean, they look really cool. And also, there's been a few Starship concept designs done for Caitians that look really, really cool. They do have a starfighter that and fighter class vessels that at least on Star Trek Online that you can check out, which are really, really cool designs as well. Like, there's a lot about the Caitians that are being kind of expanded with, at least with Star Trek Online lore, and as far as I know, that's like semi-canon, so it's like technically canon, but it's not official. So it's kind of like you can if you want, basically. So I kind of consider it canon, but so with that said, you know, I think a lot of like what Star Trek Online expanding on the Caitians and Ferocans, like a lot of what their expansion on is doing, I kind of consider that lore. So whatever. Tholians are just badass. Oh, the Tholians are awesome, dude. I love the Tholians. They're really cool. If I had to, like, say a race that wasn't, like, Federation aligned or kind of just, like, a totally unorthodox race, like a more generic race, I think I will have to say, I mean, this is kind of hard because, I mean, there's a lot of things about all the races I just truly love because of all the different, you know, like because of how their system of government and their philosophy and how they operate as a galactic unit. I mean, it's like that's why it's kind of hard to say. Maybe besides like the Ferengi or the Kazons, like besides them, like you can't really. There's not much bad you can really say about like the big races in Star Trek that are like. Did you watch Farscape? No, I actually haven't. I've heard of Farscape. I've kind of heard that name before. It kind of rings a bell, but I have not seen it. What is it about? Like, I mean, I've only heard it. Like, I literally don't really know anything about it besides just hearing the name a couple times before. It's the best show. Watch it. All right. Where would I watch it? If it's just on TV, then it's probably not going to be able to find it. But if it's on like Netflix or Hulu or something, I'll probably check it out because I definitely got that. I might have Amazon Prime because I low-key just mooch off my mom's account. So, if you know, I'll probably just log in on hers on her Amazon Prime and probably find it there if I can, because I've been meaning to watch The Sopranos and I know it's on Amazon Prime, so I'm probably gonna eventually do that so I can watch The Sopranos, dude. Moe Jaloi, gotta mow your lawn, Jaloi. Has done coke and heroines.
Really quickly, and then I'm going to delve into the finest thing. Can you play for me? This is Jane Meyer. Who wrote this story.
Sometimes doing these streams just kick my back's ass. Sometimes I have to like slouch. Here it comes. Yep, here it comes.
This is because New York Times passed on this.
Oh fuck. Ugh. I have to like either sit back and you have to like get like a really awkward neck shot of me and I'm really fuzzy, or I have to slouch and he can actually see me, and then my back hurts really bad. I gotta figure it out. Like I need to get one of those like arm table things that you can do for the phone, and I can have it hooked up so I can have like when we get our desks up here, so I can have it just hooked up like this. Then I can just move it around wherever I want. So if I want it right here, I can do it like this and have it expand out that way. If I want it this way, I can do it like that. Like I you know, like what Paul has for ideology for his phone when he has it outside and when he does it in the back porch. I definitely want to get one of those, dude. Like those look like a fucking lifesaver. I just need that, dude. I just need that in my life. I was afraid you forgot me, Carl, baby. Jimmy Whisper, no one cares? Oh, wow, savage. Damn. Says the liberal SJW. Season 1 is a bit slow, but after that, the best show ever on television. I hear about that, about The Sopranos, so those, I guess I'm going to have to just jot those two down for something I need to watch. Because I hear that a lot about The Sopranos, but if you're saying that about Farscape, I'll check that out. How am I SJW? Oh shit. Alright, now it's my turn to have the popcorn. You two fight it out. We did it, me and Jimmy had one last time, now it's you two.
She would love it. She would like that. She says, I asked that the news allegations to refer to the FBI for investigation. That's not how that
You are gay.
Because here's the thing. We know it's
Yeah.
not going to work. She's conflating FBI, and the FBI does not, once again, to recap.
You like
The FBI
trannies.
does not carry out criminal investigations in state matters.
At this point, that's some pretty obvious shit. Okay.
Barred by law from doing it.
Alright, I think I see where he's going, though.
That's not their purview.
I think I see where this argument's going.
Now, what the FBI does when they investigate for a background
This
check,
very intellectual, very decisive, substantive debate.
background. So, and they can refer to local
I rest
law
my case.
enforcement,
Oh!
criminally investigate.
Burn!
They just
Okay.
flag.
Damn.
Kavanaugh
Roast.
six of these
Hella roast.
background check investigations.
Roasted, bitch.
In place of background
You are
checks.
now,
That's cool while the FBI
by definition, SJW. Jimmy Whisperer wins. Verdict sealed.
It is important to notify your law enforcement and file a police report.
I just don't know what the fuck to do with that, but that's what happened.
A lot of people's
My verdict has been sealed. Carl Rove, you're an SJW. You're an SJW. SJW. Instead of trying to fiddle with this between my legs, I'm just gonna put it over there. Oh man, that arm. Yeah, I'm ordering that. Okay, that's just done. This is a done deal. I'm gonna get one of those fucking arm things for my phone. I don't even care if I'm in Iceland while it gets here. Like, I gotta get that, dude. This is I just did this just to like tap it, and like my lower back is just like, oh. You guys done? Have a good night, Carl. I'll be on tomorrow because it's my day off. I'll probably be on in the morning or some shit. Change the pace up. But I'll have this last bowl though before I wrap it up. Have a nice warm shower, loosen my spine up a little bit, do some stretches. Like, it honestly, like, low-key, like, doing stretches when taking a warm shower is just the greatest feeling ever, dude. Like, having, like, nothing to kind of constrict you, like, with clothes, and then just that warmthness feels so good. I'm hungry as shit. I'm out, too. You reminded me I had chips and salsa. And speaking of which, I could use some, too, in a sec.
That's the way it looks because the way they've handled it. And quite frankly, when I look at any evidence supporting the claims, there isn't any. I like truth.
Dana, are you just really getting a clit hard on for this Kavanaugh case accusation? Because you can really actually do the public some decency and actually talk about what the fuck his record is and how terrible it is. Phone's down to 19%.
Y'all just are leaving me. Fuck all of you. Leaving me. Don't even want to watch my content. See how it is. Assholes. Triggered.
I'm just kidding. It's all good. We got 2 hours left. It's all Gucci. Like I said, I had to wrap it up anyway, too. Back's killing me. Could use a nice warm shower to loosen myself up. I'm gonna do some stretches. Like, that's something it's something you gotta just do every now and then. Like, I feel like everyone should do like every other shower you take, do like some nice stretches, like just stretch yourself out, like do some twist stretches, get like do like the X thing and stretch yourself out, and then like get your hand to touch like your feet and shit, like from one side to the other, like that really helps it loosens my body a lot. It makes me feel like a lot of like these like aches and shit, and a lot of tension is loosed. Like the warmth of the water plus just it's good, dude. It's like almost therapeutic. It's not almost, it is therapeutic for me, man. Like I recommend it. Try it sometime. Just get like a good 10-15 minute stretch. Yeah, right, when I was 50. You could still do it. I mean, stretches aren't like the whole actual process of the stretches aren't necessarily meant to be like pleasant at first. Like my dad has a very bad back. I mean, he does a lot of hardcore landscaping during the weekends, so I could kind of understand it. But he just doesn't take. It's just about take care of your body. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, you must take everybody this way and this way. Oh, I know all the ways to do perfect well and healthiness and wellness. It's like I'm not gonna be that guy, but I mean, there's definitely, at least substance to, saying that if you take care of your body, at least, on top of the stress and shit that you put on yourself and, and all the unhealthiness that we do to ourselves and shit, then, it'll help alleviate a lot of it. Like, I mean, I do that, and for a few days, I'll definitely notice it. I mean, even for my dad, I made him do some stretches once, and he seriously felt like 20 times better afterwards. So even with his really awful bad back, where he could barely I guess I could do it on sideways, where he can barely like go back here instead of like really getting some pops in, like I just did. You can't really do that, but he I made him do some stretches and shit, he was able to kind of actually do that a little bit and get some more pops in. So it's possible. When I'm in bed, I twist and pop. Yeah, I mean, even in bed, because like I would do that. Like my bed's currently got some boxes because I'm still working on my room and shit. But so while I'm beside my bed on the floor, I will do some stretches all over on the floor, and it's a really nice flat level surface, and that helps too, because you kind of force your back to be straight, so you can actually kind of work loosen all the tension and shit. So it definitely provides some help. It definitely does. Got a bad back. Got the new mattress yet? We're waiting until after Iceland, because it's honestly just a little easier. Like, there's a few investments that I've been wanting to do, and I'm just like, I want to do it like now. Like, even with this phone arm, I'm just saying, like, I just want to do it. Like, I might, if I buy it and it ships, but it actually is in the mail while I'm gone in Iceland, while I probably won't have to worry about it because there's people still going to be here who are going to see it and put it in and make sure it's safe. It's just like, I'd just rather just like have it and just have it, instead of just coming back and be like, oh, boxes, yay, more boxes. It's like, I don't want to deal with that, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I'll probably just say fuck it. But new mattress versus new PC. Mattress for sure. New PC is like number one. The first two things, that's like I want one, but that's like a long term. Like, I don't see myself getting that this year or maybe even next year. Like, maybe, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I'll just have to see what other priorities I have and whatever things, in the future may hold. But maybe, I don't know. That's something that's like secondary. Like I was talking about with entitlements and shit. Like, and working on what you want to earn and stuff. Like what we were talking about earlier in the stream. Like, you want to, like, while, I feel like I want to, I want something like that, I'd rather earn and deserve some better equipment that I, like, for this channel and shit. Like, that's something far more of a priority and something that will be a better opportunity for me. So it's, striving for my, opportunity, get better, at least this, So it's, like, that's, like, I could, like, I feel like I can implement that later on and use it for the channel later, or just for whatever use and just side uses and stuff, fun and stuff, going out, meeting friends, going to conventions and shit, meetups, etc. I'm just not even gonna go down that list. Anyway, but you know, like it's just something that is just like not as important compared to, you know, these things. So I don't know. After Iceland, I'll definitely have like a list. It will be like a really, really good, refreshing reboot for my mind to just be out of the country. That's like something I've wanted for a while, and I wish I can at least have this until 2020, but I can't. Because I generally want a mental break. Like, I kind of can't help myself being here. We got several big conventions on the West Coast, or East Coast. We got some here on the West Coast. We got, there's one in Seattle that just recently came back, and there's one in San Francisco, and I think there's one in LA, and we got one in Portland. And there's one in Vancouver, I think in Canada. But, yeah. Anyway, what was I just saying? Fuck. Nah. About being out of the country, yeah. You know, it'll only be for a week being gone, but that, like, being gone for that 1 week will be just enough for a mental refresh, a mental restart, like, because I kind of, like, can't help but just be super infused with politics all the time while I'm just here, you know, especially in this country, especially when it really means a lot, you know, to what happens to me and shit. Missed you, but you need it. Yep, exactly. Something I need. I'm entitled to. But, yeah, but, I see but a lot. I've noticed this. Anyway, but, I just fucking saying it again. I feel like I can't transition without a but. Make a musical. Totally derailed that. Whatever. It's making me at least get this last bowl in for the outro. I wonder what this quiet individual situation's been here. There's been a quiet one, observing silently, enjoying the contents with lovely silence. Oh God, please no singing. You are scared of my... Dude, okay, I gotta legitimate... Like, you gotta put me in a scenario when I'm actually gonna take it seriously and shit. I'm actually not bad. Seriously, like, I think of Jimmy. Nah, he already left. Nah, no, there's always been an individual here. Someone else. They definitely both left. They would have kept saying some stuff. Oh my God, Dana, you're shilling some shit. And there's no commercials. I hate this. Like, she can't make money, so she has to spend some time on her actual show to shill some fucking sponsorships. Like, come on. Like, you have blank free advertising space for your sponsors. Like, do it then. Lars at least puts all of his shilling in that. Like, I guarantee you there's probably going to be a Lars Larson ad here after this or something. For anyone who doesn't know, Dana is our midnight, like 3 a.m. radio, conservative, alternative radio host. And Lars Larson is our, like, 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock radio host who's a far right, not far right, but just a right-wing conservative. I don't know how far it really is, but he's just really disingenuous and definitely a partisan hack. And then we got Clyde from 7 to midnight, who's actually not really bad. He's like, I actually have some respect because he doesn't go into politics all the time. In fact, he was on earlier when I was doing this stuff. Like, you probably, if you go back in the stream, and multiple streams, you'll overhear him in that show on the background, Clyde Lewis. But it's a pretty good show. It's not terrible. He gets really into a lot of weird conspiracies and gets really religious sometimes, and that's annoying and stupid. But when he talks about politics and certain political conspiracies and certain things about, like, the environment and stuff, it's definitely very interesting, thought-provoking stuff. And, you know, and that's what I like about the show. It's like, it's a different, like, I don't agree with him on everything. I also find that, you know, a lot of stuff he talks about to be ridiculous and kind of stupid. But, you know, at the same time, he's doing what he wants to do. It's Trump. He can't sleep. Oh God, if Trump's watching me right now, oh God, no, Trump, go away.
at fair price. They carry not just ammo, but
Don't know. I don't want to. I highly doubt he knows I exist, and I hope he doesn't. I don't want him to know I exist, and I wish I didn't know he had to exist. I wish I didn't know he existed. And he's our fucking president, man.
now receive $5
And he
off
said
your
so much.
purchase of
He says
$100
so
or more
much
with
dumb
code
shit.
Dana. Check out their great prices
uh,
at OutdoorLimited.com.
uh,
Promo code Dana. That's OutdoorLimited.com.
I legit like give up trying to like even break down his bullshit, man. I just can't. Can't. I have nothing left in me, man. I just don't. I can't. Now you won't sing. Or will I? You can't say that I will not sing, bitch. Now you won't sign. Lol, lol. It's Trump, you can't sleep. Invincible man, come out, wherever you are. Come on, Joe. Can't be shitting on my singing. I am not terrible. Come on. Come on. You know I'm not terrible. You know I'm not shite. You know I'm at least decent. I'm better than most. I actually have a little vocal training. Not a lot, but a little bit. Come on. Come on now. Come on. I know it. I know you just do it to troll. Oh look, I got a battery warning. Oh sweet. My battery's just been pretty legit right now, actually. It's been weird, like, I got rid of the security app that my phone, like, tried to make me download, and I said, fuck it, leave me alone, I will download it already. It made my phone garbage for, like, weeks. I finally got rid of it, and it runs totally fine again. It's like, it's like your app is bullshit. It doesn't do me any good. 10% got an hour. Well, I ain't gonna be here an hour. Definitely not that long. That'll be a little ridiculous, because like I said, I got other shit to do. At this point, I might as well just go to 2 hour, 10-minute mark. I've been going 2 hours and 6 minutes and 35 seconds. So, at this point, might as well add a little extra 4 minutes in there, or 3.5 at this point.
Oregon and Washington laws give you the right to choose who repairs your vehicle. Omlake, owner of Lakes, the nation's largest independent auto collision center. Over the past 3 years, we have repaired hundreds of thousands of vehicles. How did we become number one? First, we never signed secret deals with insurance companies to fix cars cheap. We do it right. Second, customer service. From picking up your vehicle anywhere to loaners and deductibles.
Well, thank you, Lapes.
Lapes has you covered. The finest in collision repair.
Like the one ad on the radio that actually tries to be an ad.
Lars Larson said, you don't have to guess. Follow him on Twitter, like him on Facebook, and stream the Lars Larson Show live on KXL.com.
I will not like to follow Lars Larson on Twitter. That would be dumb. That would just pollute my Twitter feed. I'm curious, in 2 minutes, what would your fursuit look like? If you see my icon for my channel, that's essentially the character that I kind of am, essentially, for, like, it's a husky, so it will obviously be a husky. It's like caramel colored, so it'll be like caramel white. So you kind of, like caramel brown white, you know, like that breed husky. I don't know exactly what the name of that breed of husky is, but it's that. And, it has, like, specifics is, like, 3 black streaks right here on the, left eye. I don't know why I chose that, just, you know, just for that extraness, I guess. You know, just my hair, my eye color, that, you know, essentially. And on the points of a husky where, like, they'll have, like, the points here, and, like, here and here, like, where, like, their cheek fluff will kind of pop out, but, you know, and then, there's, like, main, color kind of hugs it, like, that fades to black on the corner tips. Okay, I spotted some huskies in that line parade in 2017. Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there'll be something like that. Like, I'm not, like, someone who's, like, rainbow colored. I'm gonna have, like, red, pink, purple, orange, neon green and all this crazy shit. Like, you know, I'm kind of simplistic. I'm pretty simple in that in this department. You know, I'm just like, keep it simple. I don't need crazy colors for expression. I just need, you know, just a few things here and there. And also, there's like this like little, like for him, like for the character Ignar, I guess, the Husky character, he has like this paw tattoo right here below on his neck too, which, so your lines will distinct you, essentially, and also the long hair, and for the Husky character at least, he has golden canines, which has kind of always been a thing since I've started, so I've just kind of kept that. But that's not like a kind of like a distinct like give out or whatever, or like if I had a suit that had like a movable jaw, it will be kind of noticeable, because if I open, then you will see them, but you know, it's not like a big, you know, major, you know, thing. But other than that, that's about it. So he's pretty, you know, like the head is the only thing that the detail is really actually like detailed. But you're keeping my favorite white. Well, yeah, I mean, that tail's staying. I mean, like that. I mean, the only thing about it is that the color of brown is too brown. That's the only thing. It's the chocolate brown, not like a caramelish, like lighter brown, which is what the color is more accurate. So it's not an accurate like tail of what Ignar is, I guess, but it's, you know, it's essentially just you know, kind of a placeholder, you know, just when I go to cons and stuff. But yeah, it's just something simple. Nothing too crazy. But oh, 2 hours 10 minutes. All right. Well, I'm actually going a little over, but that don't matter. I just nearly burnt my pants. I like lit my torch. I pointed it down for some reason. Nearly burnt my pants. That's a smart move, Ignar. Smart move. I mean, at least the character kind of Ignar just kind of perceives more from, you know, the furry aspect, because it's my kind of public figure name anyway. Because I'm not gonna, at least me, I'm not gonna reveal my actual name and shit. I'm just gonna go by like Ignar Husky or Ignar. Well, I guess the character's full name is Ignar Horadgirson. So if you want to try to pronounce that very long, convoluted name, last name, go right ahead. But Mr. Tail white and chocolate brown, but the character is white and caramel brown, so his tail would be caramel brown too. But yeah, like, so essentially just my online name's just Ignar Husky, but it's just Ignar. I mean, that's just the essential thing. But if you want to like look at the furry aspect, that gets more expanded on. But the public figure Ignar is me still. I mean, even the character itself is me, and just slightly expanded on, really, kind of. I mean, a lot of like my insecurities in the character are not there, and there's like a few things that I try to work on that aren't worked on because they're already there, essentially. Like, I mean, there's just a few things about him that are just like not me, but it's kind of like just a clone. It's like a clone, basically. It's like a more like it's like a slightly better clone of me, basically. That's just all. What color eyes? My eye color? So blue. I'm a blue, dirty blonde guy, but I mean, my blonde gets more blonde when I wash it, but it just gets super, super poofy, so I don't wash my hair every time I take a shower. I do that every other time. So I do it every other day. So essentially, like every 4 to 5 days, I'll wash the hair, because it doesn't really get that, like, I don't like it like super flat and greasy, like, oh, you know, like this you gotta maintain your hair, of course, but like when I wash it, it just gets so fucking puffy that I can't work around it. It gets really hard to like keep back here and, you know, keep it chill. But after like a day or two, it gets kind of like this, and it's like I can actually work with it. But like if I were to leave it like this tomorrow or the next day or two, it would just get really flat and really gross. Yes, in your older videos you look darker. I thought you dyed it. Yeah, yeah, because back then I didn't really wash my hair that often. I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't help that I work in a very greasy, oily area too. So now that I've, you know, developed more, you know, mentally and shit, and just kept up with myself more, I've kept my hair up more, which is why it looks a little better. So, and also it's just kind of naturally gotten more lighter, not like super light, but just kind of like very lightly. So. It kind of fluctuates every now and then. I notice like there's like kind of like wave of color, like it gets dark but then it gets really shiny, brighter, and it's kind of, I don't know, my hair's kind of weird like that. But it's not like wavy, but it gets very curly at the end, obviously. So that's always been kind of an annoying issue. Like when it used to be like up to like here, that used to be so annoying when it touched my, like it's actually at a length where I like it because I can work with it. I can do some stuff up here. I can just do a whole ponytail. I can do a bun. I could do a man bun if I wanted. Why would I do a man bun? I could do like the half ponytail where I have half of my hair down, but the other half is in its ponytail. Like I can actually work with this, and I can have it out and just like let it chill back here. But I want to get it longer so I can have it just all back and free, but just be back here and just chill, or just be down here, but not like kind of in my way a little bit. Kind of like this. Like it's kind of still in my way. When I'm down here, it gets kind of in my way. If I'm smoking, the hair gets in the way. So, and if I have it out, it's obviously going to be longer, but, you know, I mean, it needs to just be like an inch or two longer, and then I think it's like at optimal length, because once it gets there, then it should be long enough to just kind of chill and not get in my way, and I can kind of at least get it out of my way if it is, and I can have it back here and not have it kind of flop down back here. Like, I want to, like, that's what I want. Like, I probably will need to trim it to get some of these dead splitting ends and shit off and kind of make it a little bit more uniformed again, because with combing it, or with brush, I just brush it because that's easier. With that, a lot of hairs get ripped out, a lot of knots down here will rip some chunks off, so it gets a little uneven. You can kind of tell it looks a little uneven, so I'm going to probably get a slight trim. Maybe after Iceland, I want to keep it long and rugged looking for that. I kind of wish I can fucking actually grow some shit here, because then I'll actually look like, you know, I fucking belong there or something, but I'm going to look like this twig of a white Nord dude around a bunch of actual fucking Nords, so it's going to be like, oh god, I'm seeing what I should be. I'm seeing the people where I should actually look like. It'll be fucking cool, dude. I cannot wait to go there, man. I get excited. But anyway. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, and when you squirrel up, you gotta deal with it. That's freedom. Taking the big news of the day seriously. Here's your participation trophy. Good show. So shut up. You look dark up. I better shut up, you're tired. Oh yeah, definitely gonna have a nice long shower with some good stretches and shit. But anyway, man, I'll see you in the next one. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll actually probably have some shit to talk about and some stuff, and we can look at some articles, videos too. But anyway,